Hello. Our first step towards developing curriculum is going to be installing our in-house curriculum automation tool that we call CAT for short. If you go to the Hacker USA GitHub organization and you scroll down, you can find this CAT repository. To download it, you can head over to the latest release. At the time of this video, it's 1.08. Clicking that will take you to the files. If you're on Mac, you can download this cat 1.08 max.zip. And if you're on Windows, you can download the exe. Once you have the exe downloaded on your computer, you can double click the exe and go through the installation steps. It's just a few clicks to install cat. Once you have cat installed, you can open up the application and it should look just like this, except instead of a hamburger menu in the top left here, you'll have a plus sign. Clicking that plus sign will take you to this import curriculum page. So CAT is smart enough to go to GitHub. It will look for whatever repository name you enter here, and it will import that curriculum repository into the CAT tool. In order for CAT to be able to do this, it needs your GitHub authorization token. So if you hit this gear on the top right, you can see you'll have a field for GitHub OAuth token. You'll need to get this token to be able to download repositories. To get that token, we'll go over to your browser. And then if you go and you click on your profile in the top right, you can go to settings and then scroll down to developer settings. Once you're in developer settings, you can click personal access tokens, and then you want to generate a new token. It'll ask for your password. When you're creating a new token, you can give it a nickname. For me, I'm going to name mine cat token. And then the cat GitHub token that I'm going to create, I need to have full repository access. All the other accesses do not need to be on this token, so don't bother checking any of these. Just check repository and all of the options that are under that. Then you can go and you can generate your token. And now it'll appear to you like this. I suggest click the clipboard icon here and not highlighting it, because sometimes you can catch an extra space and that'll mess up the token. So click the clipboard icon, head over to cat and paste in your token. Once you have that, you can go ahead and save, head over to that plus sign for the import curriculum and enter your curriculum name. So for me, it's going to be full stack curriculum. But for you, if you're on cybersecurity or UI UX or any of the other programs, it'll be those names. And then you can click import and it will clone the repository to a folder on your computer. The default that it's going to clone to is going to be your user, documents, and then cat curricula. So now that I've gone ahead and I've imported the repository via the cat tool, I can open up the cat repository in my VS Code like this. And we can also go ahead and close our cat, and then we open cat. The repository should now be listed in your options here, just like I have right here, full stack curriculum. So this is the user interface that we're going to be working with most of the time when we're developing curriculum, the CAT interface. So if we go over to the hamburger menu and we look at our curriculum, we have all of these different courses. And then under those courses, we have units. And then under those units, we have lessons. So you can check out all of these different materials. We're going to talk about those in future videos in this playlist. But this is what CAT is going to look like. It creates these slides and it looks really nice and makes it easy for us to develop all of our class materials, quizzes and instructor guides and all of it. See, a lesson is comprised of activities, a lesson companion and slides, and then a unit is comprised of lessons and then an instructor guide and a quiz. So the last thing we'll talk about in this video is we'll talk about the different Git conventions. One of the things that CAT can't do is it can't create files and it can't create branches. Since you can't create Git branches and you can't create files, it's necessary to also have something like VS Code open so you can create files and branches here. For each of our lessons that we create, we try to make a new branch. So for me, I'm working on the object-oriented programming unit. And then I've already created the first lesson. So now if I was going to create the second lesson, what I would do is I'd create a new branch with git checkout -b. And then this is going to be the course 5, unit 5, lesson 2. So the branch will be called 5.5.2. And now I have my new branch. And on this branch, what I'm going to do to create my new lesson is I'll copy the lesson 1 folder and I'll paste it. And then I'll just rename it lesson 2. And then I'll refactor all the items inside of this folder to be the new lesson 2 content. So in this video, we've installed CAT, we've configured our GitHub OAuth token, we've imported a curriculum, we've opened the curriculum in CAT, we've seen that we also need to have a VS Code or something so we can create our branches and our new files. And we've defined a course, a unit, and a lesson. And we've also talked about GitHub conventions and how we can create new branches and what we usually name our branches. So in the next video, we're going to cover each of these different pieces of material that we create and how to build those and the expectation for each of those materials. I will see you there.